Alright, I decided to do this video because I haven't seen anything like it on YouTube. This is how to keep your Revo lasting long time, heat mitigation, all that good stuff. Of course, bashing it is gonna decrease the lifespan of, diffs and all other parts, but you just drive it on the street. This thing should last forever, especially with my motor set up. All the heat is just, I have to run batteries back to back to back just to get this thing to heat up a little bit. One LiPo battery will eat it up. It won't even barely break 100 degrees. Two runs out, like 20, 30 minutes straight driving, it gets up to 130, 140 or something, right where it should be. So you can drive for a good minute. And that's overgeared. Undergeared, this thing will just last forever. I got the 28 teeth pinion in there. I'm about to put the 32 in there just because I got all this heat getting taken out, so I can put a little bit more heat in there. And another thing, I haven't seen anything online about the ESC, like what makes that cool. I know, you throw a bunch 6S at it, throw 4S at it, I know it's going to heat up. But from what I've learned, keeping the motor cool, ice cold, keeps this thing cool. This thing doesn't have to work hard if the motor's not getting heated up. These wires are the biggest deal. These wires heat up the most right here. This is your heat. This is going to transfer heat in. It's going to kill your ESC. You keep everything nice and cool. It's hard to keep the wires cool, but I might get there one day. So what I got a custom heat sink on here. I just cut out one from an old computer, dremeled it right out, got a couple little heat fins on there, so it goes right to those holes. There's holes in there. It's hard to see, but then I got this one on the back. Whatever you can do to get that heat out of there, that's what you got to do. Got the fan, and if I could do it all over again as a basher, no fan. Just do all heat sinks. Got this. Hopefully this is going to keep everything checked. This car flexes. It's a big piece of plastic. Unless you got a carbon fiber or a aluminum chassis, you need an undercarriage, something, because that's going to keep everything held together. This thing flexes like crazy. Everything moves. That's why I went with aluminum, this and that. But it's almost like I got to get an aluminum frame. Just everything bends and flexes on this thing. That's why stuff goes. So when you're jumping it, landing it, you're on the throttle, you're doing whatever, that's why stuff goes. Stuff like that. So I got all this aluminum stuff. This actually transfers the heat really good. I would say do all this, scrap the fan. And I don't know about the ESC. I think I'm going to cut, right now, I think I'm just going to cut a slot in here and just push it out a little bit so it'll catch air and just direct it right to that. I had a little fan. It was too much. It was just too much for the other little fan. I might go with another little fan in a separate battery pack one day or something. But what I'm almost thinking is taking this heatsink and finding something else that'll lock down in there. Drop another heatsink in there and then put another one on that. So have two heat sinks, three heat sinks almost. Oh God, yeah, that's from this car. Three heat sinks on this thing. So you have more fins, have it sticking up, right up into there. More fins the better. That's the next step. I want to go with less fans because I want to be able to drive this thing in the dirt, in the mud. I'm tired. I've only had the fans on there for a week. I'm tired of worrying about this fan. Now I can't go jump it and bash it because I got the stupid fan on there. Fan's probably going off. Cut a hole in your body. Cut some holes. Do something. I know what it looks like. That's what I was going for. But cut some holes in your body. Don't be scared. Once my diffs go, I'm going to find a way to rebuild these diffs without them ever breaking with the beveled diff from hot racing. I'll put some Lucas oil in there or something. I don't know. I'll seal them up. I'll figure something out. But if you want your motor to last forever, aluminum, aluminum, aluminum. Get it all cooled off, because it seems like I can run this thing for 20 minutes and check some temperatures and it's only at 100 and something. Real low. I mean, this thing, and it's on a 28 teeth pinion. If I was running this tiny little pinion in here, this little guy, it would never, I mean, I don't even think I would see temperatures above 100. It's crazy. I'm going to a 32. I'm trying to blow it up. I want to blow this thing up. I want to see what happens. I want to blow it up. I'm going to do a bigger motor. I don't know. We'll see.